Hello, everybody. It's McKenna. Sorry, I sound kind of bad because I'm getting over being sick. But for this discussion, it's section 4, and we're going over. It's basically like a recap section where we're going over all the stuff that we've kind of covered for class so far. So basically, what my thoughts are is that a lot of this was really eye-opening for me. Um, I, whenever I first started college, I wasn't really anticipating um, learning about kinesthetic learning. Especially, I was more so prepared for like the traditional, oh yeah, you have to go in and lecture your students and whatever, because that's the one of the main ways I was taught. But learning about not only how to apply it in my own classroom, but also how it's applied in physical education classrooms was especially important for me, and how it can be applied in SPED. So, with the indoor recess activities, especially, I thought that they were interesting for this week. They kind of went over like a pencil flip activity, or the one with the index card stacking. I wouldn't have thought of using index cards. I was just thinking of using solo cups, but that could be controversial with parents since, solo cups. Anyways, beside the point. Besides that, I think that I would like to incorporate a lot more of the like change of perspective in my classroom. I want to make sure that my kids are not just staring at me all day long. I want to make sure that they're moving around, that they're interacting with other students, that they're interacting with maybe even other classes, that I'm collaborating and doing what I can as their teacher to make them reach out and become engaged, because I know that that's a real big problem in our schools right now is engagement. There isn't really a whole bunch else that I really had. Let's see what the questions are really quick. What questions I continue to have here. So, I guess one of my continued questions is just how to ever expand upon what we've been talking about like activities and ideas and so on and so forth, because you need a lot of them in your arsenal as a new teacher of like, here are some activities, here are some examples, here are some ideas, here are some concepts that you can maybe apply to your own lesson plans. Those are my kind of questions. I just want to continue to expand the knowledge base that I have now. Please, let's see. Any additional information I still would like to obtain. I think that I would like us to expand more in special ed inclusion and people with disabilities, because I especially want to have an inclusive classroom. I also don't want to just look at physical disabilities, because obviously that's a really big hurdle in of itself, but I also need, well, not need, but I would also like to go over how psychological disabilities can go into the physical education realm, and how you can get a child that maybe has an ailment to become motivated, to become like, okay, yeah, I can do it, because like obviously there's been changes in students that we've seen through physical education. There are those success stories, but I want to see how we get there, and what are some steps that teachers can take even outside of just a PE classroom into like a general ed classroom, what we can do to kind of also reinforce that behavior. But that's all that I really have for this week. I'm sorry that you've had to listen to me rattle on for like 5 minutes, but yeah, that's all I have. Goodbye.